Well, woof, hey, Jesus. Hello. So, yes, well, showtime. Actually, it's quite a crap beginning, isn't it? Just walking on and going like this. I haven't really got beginnings worked out. I think if it's West End, people are expecting a huge beginning. Something like, I don't know, a musical. 400 of people will be on in the first number. Even if the cast's only 30. 400 people are going, it's Hollywood. They always go about 3 directions at once, if you know. Or if it's Shakespeare in the West End, then it'd be moody lighting. 3 old people saying, when shall we 3 meet again? Tuesday? Okay. I'll get back to you on that, right? Okay. Just drop the diary in the cauldron. If it was Pinter in the West End, then 2 people come on, face different directions, and I'm not sure. I haven't read his play. So, I should, but no, certain people are widely read. I'm thinly read. I've read fuck all. I'm very proud of it. Certain people say, no, I read Dr. Bronowski's book on cat eating in Mahaba. I just haven't read anything, Even books, because I'm partially dyslexic. I was fully dyslexic until I met someone who's more dyslexic than me and said, you're only partially dyslexic. There's a lot of rivalry in the dyslexic camp, Rivalry with 3 V's. How bad's your handwriting? Well, mine's all over the fucking place. Usually. Yeah, but it's done me all right, yeah. So anyway, advertising. Yes, that's what I brought you here to talk about. Yes, advertising. Because I've been looking at it and I've noticed that certain people in the advertising area get paid huge wadges of cash in brown bags in order to subtly adjust our minds. Because, like in the old days, adverts, well, perhaps before the 50s, I don't know, adverts were much more blatant. Adverts were much more, go on, there it is, come on, have a all day, there it is. And as consumers, we were much more, oh, okay, I didn't realise, sorry. Don't hit me. Nowadays, we have choice, don't we? We're much more choosy, and we're much more aware of what we can buy. So the adverts are more subtle. They're the soft sell. Adverts are much more like, da-na-na, oh, look at that. Yeah. Those 2 people like it. And they're shagging. That's what happens, isn't it? Shagging sells everything. That's it. There's that advert for coffee. You come around, a cup of coffee. Oh, let's shag. Yeah. Advert for chocolate bars. 2 bits of chocolate bar. One eats one eats the other. Oh, let's have a shag. That cleaning stuff cleans the floor, clean, and then you shag on the floor. Dog food. Dog eats dog food. And anyway, so I'm not sure what happens there, but yes, generally. Now, the washing area, washing powder, washing clothes, laundry, all that kind of stuff, that's a very advertising-led area, where there's a huge amount of advertising saying, wash your clothes, or no one will shag you. And I think that if there wasn't all the advertising, we probably wouldn't, we just spray our clothes again. Oh, that smells okay, now let's spray it. And it's quite a ceremony. Washing your clothes, you can take it down the laundrette. That's one way. You get a bag, usually 3 months' worth of washing into a huge bag, and drag it down the laundrette. Wearing clothes that should be in the bag, really, yeah? That's what you wear to the laundrette. That's why you've gone to the laundrette, because you've got nothing left. You're wearing dressing gowns to work and stuff like that. So, and then you throw it in the wash, and you've got big machines down the laundrette, huge machines with big porthole windows, and you shove it all in. Never separate out of the laundrette. Shove it all in. And you've got one choice, bizarre wash. That's what you got. And you always have to sacrifice a few socks and a pair of pants to the god of laundrette, who lives at the back of machines with chopsticks. Oh, lovely. Yes. Sock, lovely. A bit of fabric softener. Yeah, it goes. And you take the washing out, shove it into a tumble dryer, and the tumble dryer glues it together with static electricity. So that you get the washing out, put it on your head, walk home. Next day, you put on a pair of socks, and the rest of the washing says, we're coming too, we're coming. Oh, I'm just wearing these. No, static. All day you're trying to chat someone up. Yeah, no, I've been there. You piss off. Sorry, I don't know whose it is. It's stray washing. Yeah. Look, fabric softener, go on. Or you can wash your clothes at home. And at home, in people's flats and houses, they have a machine with a huge dial with all the letters of the alphabet on it. And no instructions. You just got to guess. You say, well, I'll have an H-wash. What an H-wash? That sound fun? And you stuff it all in. And you invariably get the stuff going and a pair of socks come in. Sorry, we're late. Sorry. Lying in the dust at the back where you left us. Oh, has the programme started? Oh, excellent. How did it start? And then you let the socks back into the washing and the socks go in. Excuse me, sorry, pardon me. Sorry. We're supposed to be it. We've got tickets. Look. Or you do a white clothing wash. You say, I will wash all my white clothes. And you shove all your whites down in a big pile, and you put some clothes in there which are almost white, which you shove in. And then you think, no, and you take them out and put them to one side. And you think, actually, that'll be fine. Oh, no, I've washed it a few times now. And you, for a couple of days, you just go backwards and forwards. And then you shove it all in. And the rest of the deeper coloured clothes says, oh, here's doing a white wash first. That pisses me off. OK, blue underpants, you will infiltrate white wash. You are our best undercover clothing. We've done you some forged papers. You will be disguised as a white handkerchief, OK? This has been done up by Donald Pleasance, so it should be good. I believe you've been practising a white handkerchief accent. Yes, I have, yes, I have. Very good. Now off you go. Blue underpants goes off. Oh, hello. Sneaks inside the whitewash, usually inside a shirt. Shirts are a bit dopey, aren't they? All gets in, and whitewash goes in, and as soon as the clothing starts going around the wash, blue underpants comes up to the window and goes, hello! Hello! Blue pants here! Blue pants and a whitewash! Get the blue pants out! In an emergency break glass, smash glass with axe. Blue pants going, I'm draining. And if all your clothes came out of vibrant blue, it would be fine, wouldn't it? But your clothes tend to come out of colour that's called pants left in wash. And people know, and they point, and they go, yeah. And then they stab you. Apparently sometimes. In America. Yeah. So, this is it. So, these adverts... nowadays, we're more sophisticated as consumers. We go into supermarkets, we read the labels. We say, this jam is made by Nazis out of dead twigs, bits of mud, and spit. No, I don't think I'll have that one. This jam is made by groovy people out of fruit that agreed to be in the jam in the first place. Volunteer fruit. Better known as free-range fruit. Allowed to casually chat to chickens. You know the free-range chickens are so pushy, aren't they? They go, oh yes, all this field we range through now. And we just bought the next field, we range through there, yes. And the big house at the back, we've knocked that down. The farmhouse, yeah, we knocked that down. And that's our Range Rover, over there. Yeah. You ever seen that? Those Range Rovers, they're high seats and the chickens driving along. See that? They've got such attitude. Keep winding down the window. Depends how much you smoked, I suppose. Yes, so anyway, we are more sophisticated, and the adverts are generally more sophisticated. They have stories and graphics and cryptic adverts where you have to work out what they're talking about, and then you go, oh, I see, and then you don't buy it. That's But not the washing powder people. They've done research and come to the conclusion that everyone prefers this bloke with a clipboard thing. This has been going since the 50s. Someone who's locked in a supermarket going, are you happy with your wash? Excuse me, are you happy with your wash? Out on motorways, are you happy with your wash? Tell me you're happy with your wash. You stand, you're happy with your wash. Cheers, thanks very much. Small dog, are you happy with your wash? I'm a dog. I don't know. But I've also got very interested in the Secret Service. Good link, eh? Well, no, I was watching this recent thing. Prince Charles, people have been attacking Prince Charles. This sort of surrealist movement have been attacking Prince Charles with hairspray, bits of jelly, you know. First one was with a starting pistol. Now, you can't start someone to death, can you? It doesn't know. Bang! What's going on? Just having a chat with people from Australia. Bang! After about 100 of those, you're pissed off, aren't you? But you're not actually dead, I don't think. But he was very cool, Prince Charles. He was doing all this cuffs thing that he does before he makes speeches. He always does a lot of... I think it's a nervous thing, as if he's going, where's my fucking shirt? My shirt. Or it could be a magic trick he's doing, just bunch of flowers. So he was doing that, and the first shot went off, bang, and he just went, miss. The second shot, bang. Do you have a problem? I was watching the Secret Service people. They're always there in the suits and the jaws and the dark glasses. That one hand always in there, as if at any point they could just go, bunch of flowers. And they look so good, you know, they give us this feeling of elite, highly trained. Oh, don't fuck with us. That kind of thing. And they're always sort of moving. You don't sort of focus on them, because they're always shadowing. They never come in front of the, person. They never come in front of, come on. It's a bit too overactive as a kid. Come on, I'll take you all on. Come on. Yeah. Where's it gone? Yeah. They're just cool and calm and they're a bunch of flowers and everything. Well, they give off this feeling of elite, highly trained, until you see some sort of, rumpus attack kind of thing. I've seen the Reagan one on television a number of years back, and this one, Prince Charles. And their image changed from elite and highly trained to fucking get him, Kev, get him! Get him, run, Charlie, run! Hit him with a broom, hit him with a broom! Rough his hair up, I hate that. Run for your life! Hit him with a bucket. That's not really what you want, is it? It just doesn't look controlled. You want the kind of Dr. Spock kind of thing, not Mr. Spock kind of thing, where he comes in and does that sort of thing there, and you go, poof. Not this sort of rough him up, pull his shirt down, chop him over. Yeah, that's what I think. So it doesn't look very safe, that. I'm also watching Prime Minister's Question Time, which I've worked out isn't Prime Minister's Question Time. No one answers anything. That's the trick. Well, you basically got to ask another question back. That's the way you get out of it. Someone says, one side, would you like to explain, Mr. Prime Minister, why everything's gone wrong with this, that, and the other? And he always gets someone who says, well, if you remember 20 years ago, I wasn't here, so it's not my fault. And then you sit down, and everyone backs you up behind you by going, toilet paper in our time, good work, whatever you say. But the main competition seems to me to be getting up, especially the cabinet members, the front bench, they just get up to this big podium with a huge ring binder with all their physics revision notes on it. That's what it's saying. He's going, I have to learn all this by tomorrow, so fuck off. The other side's going, well, I've got to learn all this by tonight, so fuck off there. Just got huge ring binders, haven't they, with all this bloody stuff on. That's what the competition seems to be. And actually, you can get away with anything. I mean, John Major got away with a great one just recently. He was talking about the civil service, and there's reports come out saying it was very wasteful or whatever. And he got up and said, if you don't think the civil service is the best in the world, then you should. What a dodgy argument there, then you should. I remember when I was 5 going, you smell, 'cause you do. You're a twit, 'cause you are. Then you should. But politically, I'm a radical liberal. That is my position. I would be a liberal, but... Well, the image of the liberal is kind of sort of... Because left and right have been in power for a long time in Britain, the image of the liberal is sort of, I'm not sure, and you, really? I'm on a fence here. But not for me. I'm passionate about free health service for all. That's a world idea. I think that's very groovy. But also, if you have an idea, small businesses or businesses don't have to be sort of raping and pillaging kind of things. They can be groovy. Actually, revolutionary liberal, that sounds better to me. I think storm the House of Parliament, kick the fucking doors in, get in there and say, look, we'll pay for the damage. Just have a revolution, just budget for it, right? I'm into being European as well. I'm positive on that. And I think we have a problem English-speaking countries have a problem. We just tend to go around the world going, hello, 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 do you speak English? Hello. In Afghanistan. Hello, sausage, egg and chips, please. No, sausage, egg and chips. OK, 2 sausages. Do you speak English? You just don't try, do you? All day speaking Afghan. This is a dog, isn't it? In Holland, they speak 4 languages. A lot of them are quite trilingual. They speak Dutch and German and French and English. And they smoke dope as well. How do they have time? In Britain, we officially don't. We speak one language, just about. You know, and in fact, in Holland, they don't actually smoke dope, because they can, because it's legalised. You know, when they're there, they just don't. They say, no, I live here, I don't need to, man. As British people go over there and just go, man, they go, fuck it. How long you been here, man? A minute. Have you seen the canals? I am a canal. Yes. So, I'm also into people who shout for a living. I'm quite into them as well. There's these market sellers, market stall traders who just sit on the markets all day going, 4p a pound, 4p a pound, 4p a pound, 4p a pound. You come and say, how much are the apples? 20 quid, man. You're shouting 4p a pound. Oh, I shout 4p a pound, but fruit's 20 quid. It's very expensive. You go, but it looks quite nice, all the fruit on the front stuff. You say, all right, I have some apples and oranges and stuff. And they always reach behind to this fruit graveyard behind them. Just ladle you out some fruit here. And there we go. It's a bit runny. And there's auctioneers. They're crazy people. They shout for a living. There's the posh ones at Sotheby's and Christie's. They're going, this is a 14th century Ming thing. Made out of Ming by Mr. Ming in the Ming period. If you don't like Ming, don't touch this one. That's what I say. Do I hear £2 million? Fuck off. I heard that. And people do phone bidding. Don't do phone bidding. It's dangerous. You're on there going, 2 million quid. I'll take that. 2 million, 100,000. 2 million, 200,000. Yeah, we'll take that. Sold the bloke on the phone. Oh, he's gone. I think it was called Greg. No, it was just ringing. I picked it up. I don't know. I work in the kitchen. I'm sorry. I've only got tenner. 1, 2. And there's auctioneers out in the countryside, in the cattle markets. They're just crazy people. They're just out there going, and all the cows and sheep are going, is it me up on this one, is it you? And if you're an observer there, don't move at all, don't move a muscle, don't cough. £4,000 another £5,000 another £10,000 another £2,000 there. Total of £19,000 to a man bidding against himself for the small dog here. The dog's going, I'm not happy with my wash. What are you doing here? Because cats and dogs are very interesting with human beings because we have a pet relationship with them. And with the only animals that do this. You know, giraffes do not have pet gazelles. Gazelle, go and run in Africa. You know, they don't say that. And we have pets because they lower our blood pressure. This is apparently officially it. They lower our blood pressure. And I don't know quite how they do that. You stroke them, you go to sleep. And while you sleep, the dog puts one of those big puffy things. It's 180 over 60. What does that mean? I don't know, I'm a dog. Actually, when doctors do that, they take your blood pressure. They're not actually taking blood pressure. They're just fucking around with this. They've actually got a jumpy spider behind your back, and that's what they're doing. Because I saw one once. So you've got a jumpy spider behind my back. He said, yeah, that's what we do. It's a jumpy spider time. All of the jumpy spiders. The jumpy spiders. True. Yeah, so anyway, that's what they do. The dog takes your blood pressure and you fall asleep, and the cat drains all the blood from your body and sells it to one of those mobile blood banks. That's why sometimes you wake up feeling all anemic and seeing your cat and dog counting out fivers as a van pulls off. Have you ever had that? Yeah. Well, I don't know. They lower our blood pressure. You stroke a dog, dogs go, woo, and cats go, because they're drilling, aren't they? That's what they're doing. They're drilling. They drill for gold. They drill for oil. They drill for anything, just for the love of drilling. When they're behind your sofa, they're just drilling. They've got goggles on, it's okay. There's a compressor over there. And your friends come in and say, I think your cat's drilling behind your sofa. God, I don't think so. That's purring, that noise, isn't it? Cat, are you drilling? And the cat hears this and whips off the goggles and says, no. Drilling? No. No, I'm a cat. How would I know how to drill? Oh, that's purring you're thinking of, that? Yeah, purring. Oh, yeah, it's purring. I mean, good old purr back here. No drilling. No, okay. Sometimes they drill 40, 50 feet, you know, down. Just for the hell of it. Cats are much cooler than dogs, though, aren't they? Cats have a scam going. You buy them food, they eat the food, they go away. That's the deal. You have no control of your cat. You can't say to your cat, cat, heel, stay, wait, lie down, roll over, because the cat will just be sitting there going, interesting words. Have you finished? While you're shouting all this at your cat, your dog's right next to you going... What the hell are you doing? I'm talking to the cat. Oh, sorry. You wouldn't even dream of training your cat. Cat, come for training. Now, hello? They just don't care. They just piss off. And you get the dogs and cats eat dog and cat food, and you do this new improved cat and dog food thing. And I don't know how you tell whether cat and dog food is new and improved. Do humans go, lovely? I mean, dogs just eat anything. Dogs go, da 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 da, whatever that is. And you say, oh, is that, is it new improved? Does it taste good? And the dog's going, I don't know. Oh, it's all over my shirt now. Jesus. Just want to eat it. Cats are much more choosy. Cats sort of look through the food. Okay. Right, so this is... New improved, is it really? Is it really? Well, I'm going out. And they walk up to the cat door, and they just stop at the cat door and turn around and go, keys. Where's your dog? Can't go out. Your dog goes, oh, can I go out? And you go, no, I'm busy at the moment. But the cat went out. Yes. And I can't go out. No. He has a cat door, you see. Oh. And why? Well, I have no idea. Which was the first cat that persuaded a human to put a cat door in? They just do. We throw sticks for dogs. That's the level we have dogs at. You never dream of throwing them on for a cat. You throw sticks for dogs, and dogs go, oh, he's dropped his stick. Better go and get that. So you drop your stick there. And I'll bring it back. And you hang on. Did you see me just bring that back? And then you dropped it again. It's very weird. I don't know what's going on here. Now, hang on to it this time. I don't want to piss about all the time, you know. You think I enjoy this? There you go. Don't fucking throw it! That's why the third time when they come back, they won't give it to you. They go, no, you take it. And the cat door thing is like one of those... it's a vertical version of those saloon bar doors where gunslingers, you know, in westerns would push their way in and say, I've come for you, Jed McGruder. And everyone in the bar would say, you've come for who, sir? Jed McGruder. Jenny Gooder? The Gooder family? Oh, I'll go away then. And these expensive westerns, the cats have seen them on the telly. You watch a cat coming into the kitchen. Sometimes they just come in just like gunslingers. They push their way into the cat door. Just stand there on one hip. And all the dogs in the kitchen will stop moving. Dog eating the food. Other dog playing piano. Get the tail out. Yes, and cats are allowed out because they're more responsible. They go outside, a fast car goes, boom, and they go, oh, it's a Mazda. Whereas dogs just go mad. They get outside, they go, chase, car, chase a car. They chase cars up to 4,000 miles. Car. They catch up with the car. Tag, you're it. And cats leap up walls, 6-foot walls. They just go, whang, like, and they land perfectly. Turn, and backflip, and forward flip, and dismount. And they always land perfectly. They never do that sort of wobbly gymnast. You never see a cat on the wall having a problem, do you? You never see a cat going, fuck it, I'm not sure about this. Cat on the ground going, easy, Ginger, I'll walk you down. Yeah, that's it. It's contrary to what you may be thinking, it's not all roses being a transvestite, you know? It's not that. You know, people say, oh, you transvestites, living off the state, they say. Why don't you just get back to Russia? That's what I mean. So, what's in Russia? Oh, I don't know, loads of transvestites, man. But in Russia, they say, when you get back to wherever you were told to get back from before you... I don't know who those people are. But anyway, also certain people say, oh, I wish I was a transvestite. I say, well, if you work hard at school, maybe one day, you know. Or exams. So anyway, this is what happens. And if you're transvestite, people do gossip. I knew that would happen, and they do car noises about me. That's kind of weird. They go, yeah. Have you noticed that? In films, there's lots of car chases. No car chases in books, are there? He drove, he looked in the mirror behind him, and the man was driving. He looked in the mirror, and then he was driving. Oh, they drove fast. They drove. Driving fast and looking in the mirror, and the other guy, with pulling a face, he was driving fast, and then there was a terrible crash. Just didn't fucking work, didn't it? No. So, yes, that's me. People gossip about transvestite, but I told people I was a transvestite, so that steals their thunder. They go, have you heard? Oh, he told you. Oh. Bastard. A couple of hours of gossip there. What a glee warming. I bet he's not a transvestite. Yeah, that's it. I bet it's a tax dodge to get a bigger clothing allowance. Yeah, that's good. So, yes, so what's... Oh, yes. Clothes-wearing things. Well, women put on trousers back in the 20s, of course, we all know this. And at that time, people said, women can't wear trousers. Whoa, back to Russia. And women said, and why not? And people said, oh, very clever. Yeah. Very clever question. Why not, you know? Because there's no reason, is there? Women wear whatever they want now. They have total clothing rights, which is groovy. And so women wear what they want, and so do I. Yeah, that's how it works. It's just a choice thing, yeah. But you do get a certain amount of stick that goes with it. You know, certain people in the street give me a hard time, but they're dickhead men, usually, and they hang out in groups of 5. I think that's because they have a fifth of a personality each, so they're a group of 5. No. I appreciate your applause, but I don't do this for applause. No, I do it for cash. It's much better. But anyway, they do it. They hang out Leicester Square, actually, in groups of 5. And they're just waiting to shout at people. You know, it must be a sad fucking life. We say, oh, 5 o'clock, better get out and shout at people. Ah! Oh, that feels good. And they do. They just shout at me. They go, oh, bloke in a dress, bloke in a dress. Bloke in a dress. I told him. And he agreed. He is a bloke in a dress. And... they said something more vitriolic, shouldn't I? And they shout at women as well. I don't know why they shout at women. Oi, darling! Oi, darling! Oi, darling! I told her too, yes. I think there's an idea they're trying to chat up women. I think that's what it is. Oi, darling, you and me! You and me! You and me! And if one woman ever did say, OK, let's go now, I think that would totally freak them out. They'd go, she said yes! She said yes! It's not the deal. I'm not supposed to say yes. I don't know what to do. I have no instructions. Because you can't go up with someone like that and say, what do you want to eat? And they go, hey, oh, big ones. And actually, it's a code. When they shout, if they do shout, people shout at you, then the thing to understand is actually it's a code. What they're actually shouting at you is, oi, darling, I'm a wanker, I'm a wanker. I'm a wanker. We all are, aren't we, Kev? And they do this on building sites as well. I'm sure there must be some builders on the 6th floor of scaffolding who are building, you know, putting bricks on top of bricks and doing the carpentry and the electrics and stuff, but there's loads of builders seem to get up there on the 6th floor and they just start leaning over the edge. Hey, okay now, the cat sat on the mat. Hey, cheese, banana. I can't read that word. What's it? Fuck off. The construction companies must go mad. I'm sorry about your building. We got up the 6th floor, everyone's just shouting off the balconies. They say they're calling out the plasterers to prayer. I don't understand. Yeah, so this is it. And well, when I was a kid, I mean, because I knew I was TV. TV is the abbreviation, transversal TV, by the way. Which is a bit confusing, with television being TV as well. But when I was a kid, I realised I was TV, and I didn't tell other kids at school. On a cunning survival plan I worked out, yes. Don't tell other kids and survive school. That was my plan. I just thought if I was 5 and saying, look, guys, I happen to be TV, I just thought I'd explain this to you because I thought you could deal with this information in a positive and groovy way. I just thought they might say, well, thanks for that information. We'd just like to say, I appreciate it. Grab sticks, lads, let's go! That's what I thought would happen. Probably not if I had the guts to say it, because I notice if you do have the guts to say it, I am a transvestite and I don't care, then people go, oh, why is it not, Because people want to go, oh, you're transvestite, and you go, no. If you say, no, I'm not, if you deny, you go, then they go, and they go, no, That's what they look at. That's the bully thing. It's like the people in the street. They would be shouting at me for some time, and I've just recently started saying, yeah, is there a problem? You know, so people going, fuck a bloke in a dress. I go, yeah. And then they're going, bloke in a dress. Bloke in a dress. He's a bit confident for bloke in a dress, isn't he? Shouldn't he be backing off at this point? So we go, and then, He hasn't got the victim mentality we usually request at this point of the status debate. Is what they're really thinking. Yes. So this is it. No, I didn't tell kids at school, and because fascism still exists in the schoolroom. You've still got big kids saying, "Oh, you kids, give me stuff, or I'll kill you." That's how it works. And it's very rare that the other kids say, "No, we're the United Nations of small children. We placed a sweet embargo on you, big hairy kid." I, Dr. Boutros Ghali, small kid, will also be sending in 2 small kids with blue hats on to check the dismantling of your sweet-eating apparatus. So there's a lot of gay and lesbian people around, and that's groovy, and what they've done is they've separated sex and sexuality from what you do for a living. So you work at a bookshop, okay, you're only good at selling books, you get on with the customers, that's what's important. Not, who you sleep with or whatever. Because in the old days they used to say, oh, you're gay and you sell books, you probably shagged the books. Yes, I'm sure. So we fire you for no reason at all. Very good. Nowadays it is improved. But if you're TV, this is what I've got to do if you're TV, because the image of, even gay and lesbian people don't really associate with TV. They go, well, yes, we know about them. They live in a ditch somewhere. It's a bit poor cousins twice removed. That kind of thing. But I think, also I've noticed, since I've come out as being TV, if I'm relaxed about it, everyone else seems to go, yeah, so what's the problem? Since I've come out, most people go, yeah, 80% of the country, I think, don't really give a monkeys. They just go, well, all right, you're TV, great, I'm cooking eggs, I don't really care. Then there's about 10% of people who are very groovy, and then there's 10% of people who are totally homophobic, who go, back to Russia. And, but it's okay if they want to be homophobic, that's all right. As long as they're homophobic behind closed doors and don't hurt anyone, I'm fine with it. Oh no, 3 people, well done. Yes, that's how I say it. Also, fear. I've looked at fear in a big way, because coming out, you have to deal with basically the whole of the world saying, oh, you're an abominable snowman. And me going, no, don't think so, no. And it's quite, you have to deal with this fear thing. And I tend to go towards things that scare me now. I think that's very positive. Not anything, like leaping off a cliff onto a spike scares me. And I don't tend to go, let's go, here we go. Crash helmet on, boom, great belly flop. No, not all the things. But I've just noticed this fear thing. And also, there's not many blokes in makeup, so people tend to react to you sometimes really weird. Sometimes I walk past people and people just go... and I don't know what to do about them. So, hello. They just drop out of normal life and go... Sometimes I go to newsagents, quite interesting. And I just, going there to buy something. And the newsagents probably see lots of people coming in, not many blokes in makeup. So they see me, and I see the signal goes through to the brain, and the brain goes, no information on this. No information. No previous experience in this area. No previous experience. No, what the fuck to do? Suggestions, get all the toffee crisps out the back. Okay, we'll do that. And, shall I take all the newspapers together? All right, What do you want? I can see that in their eyes, and I just say, I want a packet of crisps. I've got money. And they go, what, you eat crisps? What, you want to shag crisps? Oh, I can do that. It's funny, as soon as I start talking, they go, oh, all right. Interesting. So I'm into ideas. This is my thing, because, you know, you've got to be if you're dealing with this. And people who are philosophers, they write ideas down on how they think the world works, and you can pick and choose those. Those are quite good. Religions I have more of a problem with. I'm not a religious person, because they all tend to be exclusionist in a way. I mean, there's about 4 or 5 big ones, and each one tends to say, we are the main religion, by the way, and all you guys know, I'm sorry, you got it wrong. And the next one along says, no, ours is. We got the thing upstairs, and no. So, it doesn't tend to bring the whole world together. So I like world ideas. I also think if you institutionalise an idea, it can go wrong. Well, that's when it probably starts going wrong. Like Mr. Jesus of the Christ family. Oh, the Christ. Oh, they're great at carpentry, everything. And, but he wasn't writing things down when he was preaching. He wasn't going, the meek shall inherit the earth. Oh, get that down. That's a cracker. That's a chapter heading, that one, yes. No, he just spoke his stuff, and then he was killed by the Romans, and then 300 years later, the Gospels were written by Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, who were friends of Mary, Mungo, and Midge. Well, no, I still have a problem with these names. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, they're English. These English people, I mean, this is Galilee, Judea. You've got names like Judas and Jesus and Elijah, something like that, but Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Yes, it's our friend Jeremy, that's Sebastian, and Kenneth. We're all from Galilee. Look at they. Yeah, so there was actually a disciple called Zebedee. Yeah. And all the disciples had people named after them in Christian countries, but not Zebedee. There was one Zebedee, and then about 2,000 years later, a thing on a spring with a big moustache. Because Zebedee was a disciple who had the really weird ideas. He came up with the chocolate eggs idea, being given out by bunny rabbits at Easter, Fucking hell, Zeb, what are you on, man? Well, chocolate eggs are good, we can put things inside them, This is Galilee, they're going to melt. That's true, yeah. That's really weird. I never thought... I must have had lots of fridges. But in the medieval period, Christian religion moved into monks and monasteries, and everyone had to wear brown. Brown was the fashion. It was in for about 200 years of fucking brown. That's why the monks mumbled. They used to go, oh, it's brown again, brown. Spring fashion, still brown. Autumn brown, fucking brown. Because you had 2 looks, hood up or hood down. That was it. Hood up for mysterious. Hood down for surprise. It's me. Especially if you had a big afro underneath. Fucking hell. And they would get out, they would dance to Gregorian chants. Which really never kicks in as music, does it? So, and also they would copy the Bible from Greek into Latin, and the first letter of each alphabet would be huge and ornate, and because that's the way they used to read the Bible. In the old days, they used to go, when Jesus came out of the Bible. To wake people up. Sorry, very slippery. But human beings, we think ourselves pretty damn groovy. We do, because we have 2 things. We have communication, and we have thumbs. These are 2 things. Communication, so we can say things like, well, I suppose so. And thumbs, so that we can pick things up. Otherwise, we just go... like cats do. You know what cats have? A little ball of something or other, they just knock it across. If cats had thumbs, they'd go... Isn't so much thumbs, there, yeah? Cats have a thumb halfway up their leg, don't they? They have a lazy thumb, it's called. And the only reason they use it is to flick rubber bands at people. Who did that? Did you do that? Did you do that, Cat? Did you flick that rubber band at me? Found your drilling equipment the other day. It's found the drilling equipment. The goons have found the drilling equipment. Open up Charlie Tunnel. We dig round the clock. Next day, find a cat walking over your cat litter. Not in leggings, of course. You're going, I've got 3 cats, they're wearing trousers today. What the hell's going on? And the cat litter, empty the cat litter is up to here. Gone mad. Also, I found 3 cats at the bottom of the garden. They've dug their way out. One was dressed as a postman and had German passport papers. The one just as a German guard, and the third one was on a motorbike going to Switzerland. Steve McCat's his name. Another 2 in a rowing boat, another one, James Coburn. Anyway, I couldn't really see, he was on a plane, James Garner. Quite into the Great Escape, you see. Yes, so, what the hell was I talking about? Yes, human beings. Yes, we value ourselves pretty highly. But there are other animals that do amazing things, and we just sort of skip over this. Like birds. Birds fly. It is an amazing thing. When you're a kid, you really appreciate it. Until you see one bird fly into a window, then you go, ah, live in the sky, die in a window, yes. Whereas we just get in planes and go straight into a cliff or something, you know, which is much more healthy. But anyway, birds do an amazing thing. Every winter they fly south for their holidays, and they don't get permission, they do it by ESP. They're all calling all birds, calling all birds. We're going to mass outside Mrs. Stevens' house. She's recently seen Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds, so it should freak her out something. Bring your hooded look with you. Oh yes, we've chosen Greece this year for our holidays, you'll be pleased to know. Please bring suntan cream, especially you robins, who always get terribly burnt. And they all mass up, all the birds, looking mean, and we were extras in the film, yeah. And they're ready to fly off. And then one bird must know when to go, and he goes whoosh. And they go, it's Steve the Bird, follow Steve the Bird. And they all shoot up in formation, but they don't go to Greece for about a couple of days. They just fly round and round and round and round. And if you're 60 birds back in formation doing this, you must be going, who the fuck's flying this year? Not Steve the Bird, is it? He's terrible. We went to fucking Greece last year. Turkey, go. Out the front, Steve the Bird's got a huge map all over his face. Well, hold on, don't push. Let me get this map down, right, now, hold on. Is that a church with a spire? That's a post office. This is the Lake District, the Ordnance Survey of the Lake District. Hold on, where's Greece? Also, they sing. Birds do birdsong. And it is a beautiful thing, and people record it down and say, it's a beautiful birdsong, and put it on tapes. But we know that birdsong is territorial. It's a claim for their territory. So if you translate birdsong into English, what you've got is a load of birds going, fuck off out there! You young sparrows, get a haircut! I know your dad! You know that song, A Nightingale sang in Berkeley Square? He actually sang, fuck off out of Berkeley Square! My square, on the Nightingale. True, yes. And then there's flying fish. The flying fish are weird. All fish swim except the flying ones. And why do they fly? They take off out of the water, fly along, but they don't have feet. They can't walk on the ground. They don't go and perch up in trees and stuff. So once up in the air, all they can do is go, fancy a swim? Strange. Mountain goats scamper up mountains. They just go. You never see mountain goats halfway up the mountain going, knocking things in, clicking carabiners on. Okay, climbing now. Okay. They never use it unless they do an overhang. If you do goats on an overhang, then... Mountaineers are halfway up, and all these mountain goats go. Fucking mountain goats. There's a handhold just there, mate. Go on. Mountain goats get to the top, take photos. Then straight back down. Way. Past the mountaineers. Don't worry, we're doing lengths. We'll be back a bit. Oh, yes. Takes me back to swimming. I swam widths and lengths. More of a widths person myself. There used to be that swimming. Right, we're all going swimming. All you kids who can swim, off you go, and look very lean and fit and cut through the water like things that cut through water. All you crap kids, here's a bit of polystyrene. Go and humiliate yourselves in the shallow end. You've got this float thing, white battered polystyrene. You have to get in the shallow end and do widths across. Oh, it was terrible. It was an aqua Zimmer frame, it was. Get to the side. And you just crawl, you're like really slow waiter or something, you know? You had 2 positions. This position, or Captain Speedy. I did bronze survival swimming, yes. I could save people in a bronzy kind of way. Yes, what would happen was... gold survival swimming, they were very good. They'd bring you all the way in, save your life, give you a wash and brush up, and give you the bus fare home. They were very good service. Silver service, they'd bring you all the way in and just sort of serve up some food. Come on, go with it. And bronze survival, we just bring them halfway in and leave them in the shallow bit. Go on, walk, you can walk this way. You're supposed to take me all the way in. You pay for bronze, you get bronze, mate. But point 5 of bronze survival was very interesting. It said, when you fall into the water, quickly remove your pyjamas. Pyjamas? I just mentally thought, I must remember going on holiday for the rest of my life in pyjamas. Remove your pyjamas from your body, tie knots in the arms and legs and the head and the everything, and then whip them over your head very, very fast and inflate them to the size and consistency of a small speedboat. All these rescue ships going on. We must pick up the survivors. The ship has sunk. Look, a kid on pyjamas in the back. Someone holding on to the legs of your pyjamas. Water skiing behind. Don't think it's going to happen. And then there's bees and wasps. When you're a kid, bees and wasps are out to get you, so you run from bees and wasps. Run from bees and wasps. And they're always just behind your head, aren't they? Just behind... Bees and wasps, just behind my head. They're on a tractor beam, so they're the Klingons there. And they just chase you out. And your dad, who's working with the bees and wasps, suddenly comes in and says, stand still. No. And the wasps go, thanks, Dad. Pow! But later on you realise bees aren't so bad. Because, first of all, they only sting you once, and they only sting you as a last resort, which is the equivalent of the do or die card in Escape from Colditz, the board game. And also they make honey, and that is an amazing thing. Bees make honey. We've known this since we were kids, so we all take it absolutely for granted. But bees are insecty, furry-bodied, not red, they've got red of it, yellow and black, stripy, hairy, leggy, big ears, big eyes, big ears as well, but we leave them behind when they go out. Got out of that one. Medium-sized wings. You know, they're buzzy things. So they make fucking honey, which is in your morning, on your breakfasty, toasty, in a jar kind of thing. How did they do that? I mean, do earwigs make chutney? Do spiders make gravy? What's going on? Earwigs going, get the chutney under that stone there. We make chutney all day. Chutney. God, it's an earwig's life, isn't it, being an earwig? Put the chutney in there. There we go. That goes for the poppadoms. And Spider saying, gravy? Yes, gravy. No problem at all, mate. We'll make spider gravy. The way spiders like to make it, yes. Put that cube in there. Hold on, legs. There you go, mate. Yeah, can we have the measuring jug back when you're finished? So it's very weird. So the way actually bees make honey is they get 10 bees together, they fly down to a supermarket, nick a jar of honey, bring it back, that's how. And the queen bee just gets a big knife and just spreads it in. Some sort of artist fashion in the big cones at the back. The worker bees just look on. And the drone bees come in occasionally and go, nyam and nyam and nyam and nyam and nyam. Well, just piss off, you drone bees. Nyam and nyam and nyam. That's bees. Wasps, whereas this one sting thing doesn't work on wasps. Wasps sting anything. They sting him, I'll sting him, I'll sting this guy over here. Pow! I'll sting this brick for no reason, I'll sting this thing, and this guy once again. And they sting everyone they want, and then they go back to the hive and make nothing! Nothing at all! They just smoke dope all day long. All through the summer. And so in the autumn you get this wasp stoned out of his brain. Wandering across your carpet. La, 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 la. I used to be a flyer, yes. Fly to the sky. Those were the days. Me and Baron von Richthofen Wasp. Crowbar that in. Yeah, now I'm a rambler. No longer a flyer. I ramble. I like to ramble across carpets. Oh, I'm dead. And also, the other thing bees do, bees look for pollen. And they find pollen. When they find pollen, they come back to the hive and say, I found pollen. And the other bees say, where did you find pollen? And instead of telling them, they do an intricate dance in front of them. Brian, where's the pollen? Where's the bloody pollen, Brian? All this leaping about stuff can wait till later. Why doesn't the first bee who's found the pollen just say, follow me? There it is. That would work, wouldn't it? I don't think. But television. No link. Bees sometimes are on television, and television... Is that what you want? I was going to say bees sometimes watch television, but they do when they fly across. You know, some bees, it's in your lounge, and it goes past the telly and just stops. Because, you know, they've seen that to repeat or something. I'm interested in television, even though I only rarely go on television to say that I'm not going on television, that I'm on television because, which is working quite well. I'm into it. I like it as a medium. I think the whole world is getting hold of it, it's becoming a good communication tool, and we're bringing us closer together, so I think that is a groovy thing. But also the B-movie genre, this big dumping ground of films and television, has become a huge cultural item because there's so much of it. No, I love it. I tend to watch television only now between 12 and 4 in the morning, and you get this rubbish on it. Absolutely, I can watch it for hours. I don't know why. It must just be crap. But it does, you know, like the horror movies that come on, and you know they're on telly, even if you're not watching, because all the theme tunes are dun dun da, dun 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 da, dun 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 da. Oh my god, oh my god. And all the titles of the films are The Thing That Came From Somewhere, The House That Jack Built, you know, all this kind of that, but anyway. Expensive horror films have more expensive theme tunes, and there would be sort of choirs of small children going, I died tragically. But then there's Dracula. Dracula is the most successful of them all. The biggest myth in our mind. Dracula, or Dracul, or Drac, or D. Depends how well you know. But there's a weak link in the Dracula story, which is, if you see one Dracula film, or one person tells you how to deal with Dracula, you know what to do. You know, because as soon as, if a vampire came in here right now, we'd all do sign of the cross, we'd do stake to the heart, and then we'd do garlic bread. Perhaps garlic bread is a starter. Stake to the heart dessert. Steak in the middle course thing. Work it out. Yeah. But that's it, we'd all know what to do. And also the other thing is, I think we've all been thinking this without actually sort of consciously putting it forward. When you watch these films, you think, does fingers work? Just doing the sign of the cross with your fingers. Do you have to have a cross with you, or can you just do that? If it's just fingers, it's great. Anyone can do that, you know. If you ever carry a cross around, we know that the cross works, okay. But if the top gets knocked off, it's a T sign. Does that work? Would the vampire go, oh, it's a T sign, I'm not stopping with that. But then if you hold your thumb up above it, then it's a cross sign. Which means it's the shape, so fingers should work. And if it's fingers, he's got no chance. Vampire's going, ha ha, I will bite you now. And you go, no, fingers. Oh, sorry. Ha ha, oh, I know about fingers too. Oh, yeah. Oh, you know too? Okay. And it just becomes like one of those questionnaire people that you meet on the street. And also, I think a few other things should work with vampires. I mean, like a chainsaw. That should really work. Well, if you took a vampire and you removed arms and legs of the chainsaw, that's going to slow him down a bit, surely. See the vampire, see it fly. Someone lobbed that one. Oh, I am Dracula, I am here. But you're on a trolley, mate. Yes, well, there's a chainsaw, you see. Could you just bend down here? I've dropped my keys. Could you just bend down? No, you're going to bite me, are you? I know. Just piss off, mate. Also, they piss around with the myth on, in a lot of them, but especially in the vampire one. Like, we all know that Dracula must be in bed by dawn. They say all vampires must be in bed by dawn, otherwise they go and turn into jelly with smoke. Now, we know this. This is a firm plank, but if you saw of the myth, film plank of the myth. But if you saw Francis Coppola's Dracula with Gary Oldman as Vlad the Impaler, it was very good. I'm Vlad the Impaler. I'm Vlad the Impaler. That was Sean Connery in the other Never Say Never a Dracula again. I'm Dracula. I've got this thing on my watch. This capsule here that you put in your ear and it explodes. Yeah, sorry. Yes, Gary Oldman is Vlad the Impaler. And in the middle of it, they said they wanted him to have a scenes with this woman called Mina, who looked like his old wife, you know, his wife from years ago, as opposed to his old wife. And in the middle of it, he just shoved this in. Not many, they sneaked it in fact, just very quietly. Not too many people know, but vampires can go out during the day. And people were watching and going, yeah. And I was going, no, hold on. Absolutely not. No way. But they were, I mean, what is a low-powered vampire anyway? They can go out during the day, but they become a low-powered vampire. What the hell is a low-powered vampire? Can't actually fly anymore. One that leaps out from people, ah-ha-ha! That's all I do. No, I'm daytime vampire. Go on, thank you. Cheers. Sign of the cross to you too, mate. Or at least react. People going, officer, there's a nutter in the park. So it's a low-powered vampire. They're no bother this time of year. Be in bed by nightfall. Yes. True story. And I saw one vampire film called Dracula's Dead. He started off dead. I thought, no climax here. But then they said, not many people know, but vampires can come back to life once they've been deaded. And I thought, no. But then they said, oh yes, if a pig comes by Castle Dracula on a Tuesday playing a banjo. A crowbar plot move. So he's back to life. Then it cuts to England, 4 Victorian people saying, let's go to Castle Dracula in Transylvania for no reason at all. Come, will you come with me? I, James Mason, will go there. Come, Agatha, Tabitha, Bagatha, let's go to Castle Dracula and increase the plot of this film. And they always go down in Transylvania, they always go to a pub there. They always go to a pub for a bit of local colour. Loads of people with big beards that you know are strapped on over the ears. Which cap do I drink through? Pull the beard out of there, I'll drink and put it back. Yeah. Folks round here aren't from round here. We're from Devon. Came over for the skiing. Food's a bit weird, but anyway. He said, hello, my name's James Mason. I'm going to go to Castle Dracula. This is Agatha, Tabitha, and Bagatha. Agatha's a bit weird, but there you go. He said, well, you wouldn't go up to Castle Dracula if I were you, sir. You get filmed if you go up there. It's tragic. Nevertheless, we wish to go to Castle Dracula, otherwise the film is all about 4 people going to a pub. I said, oh, no one laughed at that joke, mate. Oh. You're a crap, James Mason. You missed something out in that one. You fucked up. Yes, I did. I planned to fuck up there, just to show you how to escape from fuck up. So they go up to... Oh, well, there's no bad. But they always go up to Castle Dracula in a coach driven by a total monster. A big hairy thing going... Back to Russia. And Castle Dracula looks like hell on toast, you know. And you know, this is it, all the victims in these films have had their common sense glands removed, haven't they? If we were in that coach, we'd be going, we get the fuck out of this coach now. Man-eating wolves, I don't care, we're walking back. But everyone in the coach just goes, a tad slower, cabby. Oh, delightful place. Kind of spooky. It's like those people who go camping in millions of films. Let's go camping in the forest of death and blood. Whoa, 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 whoa. Forest of Death and Blood. Is there a story behind that name for the forest? Well, why, yes. Everyone who goes there dies of death and blood, apparently. I'll pass on this. My cat's exploded and I've got a bad leg anyway. They go off and they camp in the forest and then a storm comes in. They can't get back. The bridge has been blown up by squirrels. And they stay in a hut, a wooden hut. And in the middle of the night, some twit said, look, there's something moving in the forest about 8 miles away. I'll go and check. Don't check, please don't check. That's what curtains are for, to go, oh my God. But they say, I'll go and check and I'll take a thimble with me. Don't come near me, I've got a thimble. And they never listen to the music, do they? Never do. Na 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 na. We'd be going down there. It's spooky down there. Na 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 na. It's spooky down here too. Na 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 na. La 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 la. Sometimes this guy's going. He's determined to go to the voice. Na 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 na. There's a whole orchestra behind him. Na 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 na. He said, "Piss off, you cellist! Stop following me in the forest." Na 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 na. The guy goes deep into the forest, and once he's deep in the forest, you know he's had it. He's going to... Oh, it is an axe murder. It is! We weren't sure. I thought it was either you or a badger. You know, could be a badger or an axe murderer. And it's you! You sent a party. But there's one B movie that became so huge, it became an A movie, and everyone has talked about this. It is multi-talked about, but that doesn't mean anything either. Everyone has talked about Star Trek, and that is the thing. But it's so weird because Star Trek had 60 television episodes, something repeated forever, then 2 spin-off series now, and 6 films, and nothing has ever done this. I mean, Batman's sort of doing a bit of this now, but not like that. It's just huge. I was trying to work out why. I think it's because the characters in the film became bigger than the actual actors. In the sense that if you ever saw T.J. Hooker, this cop series, it was Captain Kirk playing T.J. Hooker. Not William Shatner, the actor. You were just thinking it was like he's taking a month off, Captain Kirk, and come down to earth. Well, be a cop for a bit, you know. And if you ever see a television series again, don't watch the actors and the stories at the front of that's going on at the scene. Watch the people at the back who are working away on all this cardboard and flashing lights, essentially, because it's just a set. And they're going, "I'll pull lever B now." There's a lot of clipboard work. Have you noticed people go around with clipboards? Yes, you've got a machine, well done. And the machine, would you like to sign that? Thank you. And I've got a clipboard. There's a lot of clipboard people in that. And there was Spock there. Spock had this big cylindrical black sort of computer screen he would look in and say things to Captain Kirk. "Captain Kirk, we're going to die in 0.2 of a second." Oh, should I have told you that earlier? Sorry about that. And he probably had a Twix just stuffed neatly down. There, he just sneaking. And Uhura over here on the swivel chair going, "Mr. Spock, he's in a Twix, he's in a Twix." Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Uhura. He couldn't get, over-emotional Spock. No matter what, all the actors should have just stamped on his foot, doing the shooting of a scene, because he couldn't go, "Fuck off." He just had to go, "Captain, I'm very annoyed with Uhura." Or put black soot round that oval computer screen they kept looking at. Oh, God, I got this stuff all over my face. I'm not happy. And there was Uhura, she was there, she had fingers, her technique was different fingers. "Captain, it's Starfleet Command on finger 3. It's the Klingons on finger 2, Captain. It's your Mo on finger 4. And there was Spock, Kirk, Captain Kirk, in the big swivel chair. He'd get bored occasionally and press a button and go, "Captain's log supplemental." Ba-dooby-dooby-doo, that's all. He'd sign a lot of clipboards all day. "Thank you very much, clipboard. To Cliff from Captain Kirk. Well done." And there was Chekhov and Sulu down the front, both driving. Both had steering wheels. Too many steering wheels. Driving along. But you never saw them in the morning when they came in to the Starship Enterprise and someone said, "Oh, get the engine on, Chekhov. It's fucking freezing in here." You also never saw them backing up either. You never saw Chekhov back. "Captain Kirk, put your head down a bit." Scotty, the actor playing Scotty, he must have hated his scripts. Every week, the same sort of script for him. "Oh, not again, not the same script. For fuck's sake. No, Captain, I cannot do that, Captain. I have no ability to do that, Captain. What speed do you wish for, Captain? Oh, no, I cannot provide that this time. No, well, you'll never guess, it's the engine. It's the carburetor that's gone this time. No way, who's it? It's the cat's eating the dilithium crystals, you see, and he's coughing up fur balls, and he could never do anything. There was Kirk going, "Scotty, we need walk back to 9 in 5 seconds or we're toast." And he'd go, "I can give you 30 mile an hour in a week, Captain. How about that?" Then there was Dr. McCoy, the doctor, so dramatic, so overly dramatic, down in the surgery going, Jim, Christ, Jim, me, Bones, Jim, me, McCoy, how long have I known you? Jim, me, Spock, Christ, Spock, man, Jim, Spock, me, Bones, me, Spock, Christ, this boy's dying of lurgy, Jim, lurgy. 5 lurgies, and 2 have never heard of. Christ, Spock, Jim. How long have I known you, Spock? As long as Jim's known this boy. Christ, Jim Spock, me Christly bocky. I'm going to have to remove his brain, his liver, his lungs, and his spleen. And I have to do it with a torch as well. Always do a bit of torch surgery, wouldn't I? Then they would all get bored. Let's beam down somewhere. Last one down the Energizer room's a wanker. And you knew if all the named cast were beaming down, they were coming back. That's how it worked. But if there was a new bloke beaming down with him... You got really worried about the new bloke, especially if he was wearing a red jumper. Oh, that's Stevens, sir. Stevens of accounts. Accounts? No, we had accounts department. Stevens? Yes, sir? Yes, hello, I'm from accounts. I thought I'd just beam down on this landing party. Well, last time the figures were all a bit weird, you know? 400 packed lunches were eaten and there's only 2 of you beamed down. So I thought I'd beam down. Put my best red jumper on. We're all wearing light blue. Do you notice? There's a target on the front of your shirt, do you know? Oh, really? Oh, well, Stevens, okay, prepare to beam down. All right, Captain. And the rest of them just looking at him. What's all that about, Stevens? Oh, I thought I was beaming down. We've got a machine to do that. We pull a lever, you see. Oh, you bastards, you just let me do that. Then they beam down to an oval of gravel with 6 big rocks at the back. Every week. Oh, Captain, strong deja vu here. And they get out those machines. Captain, this entire planet is made of widdly-wee. So you, Captain, and Chekhov and Sulu and Ahura and everything we've ever thought of is widdly-wee. I think this might just be a box with widdly-wee written on it. But then there was the phasers. Now, the phasers were just there and you had 2 settings, kill or stun. But it should have been a much more amazing weapon because they had very advanced technology. There should have been many more settings. Not just kill and stun. Kill, stun, limp. That's the next one down, isn't it? With all the Star Trek people over there with the phasers, and all the people on the planet will be over here going, it's a people, invaders, we must get them. Oh, God. Oh, they've set their phasers on limp. Oh. Get out of here. Or set it on bit of a cough setting, even lower. Get some expectorant, quick. We could have depression setting. That's an emotional setting. Oh, bugger. Never worked. They're cheap. I don't know. Just a whole life down going invaders. Bad eyesight setting. That could work. Bear with me, please. I've worked out 100 of these. Oh, yeah, ice cream van nearby setting, that's fine. Then you have sudden interest in botany setting. Ooh. Repot every summer, of course. Water in ear after swimming. Oh, yeah, and finally, this is totally finally, Oven left on at home setting, that was it. So that is it. That is my totally nonsensical show. I hope you enjoyed some of it. If not, the interval was there as an escape route. So thank you very much for being here, and thank you for bearing with me. Cheers. Good night.